Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a bank. It's been quite some time since I've done a real world building, and you guys have been asking for this for absolutely ages. So if you do like this video, guys, please show it some support by clicking that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Also, follow me on Twitter. I'm going to start pimping that as well, at TSMC360. It'll appear on the screen and in the description below. Speaking of the description below, not only have I made a bank, but I've made loads of other real world buildings, libraries, police stations, fire stations, all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to find links to some of those in both the card system and the description below, but more importantly, check out my real world building playlist. You guys would absolutely love it if you like this building right here. But that's more than enough talking. If you want to make the bank, here's what you're going to need. Grab yourself some polished andesite and some block of quartz. You knew that one was coming. Grab some pillar quartz block. You'll also need some quartz slabs, some quartz stairs. You'll also need, funnily enough, some block of gold. Also, grab yourself some glass. I like black stained glass, but you guys can grab whatever you like. And I do believe that for a little bit, we'll probably be okay with just these materials. So once you have each one of those materials right there, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'll be making it right about here. You're going to want to kick off your bank with a polished andesite on the ground. Then on top of that andesite, do a row of 5 pillar quartz block. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go right of that 5th pillar quartz by 2 with your quartz stairs, and you want them to be upside down facing towards you like this. Then do another pillar block. Then going right, do 7 quartz stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, upside down facing towards us. Go right by 1 with the pillar block. Then by 2 with the quartz stairs. Then by 1 with the pillar block. You then want to go down from that pillar block by 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you want to connect down to the ground with a polished andesite to give you this shape. What we now want to do is we want to come behind the shape that we've made, take out our pillar quartz block, and we want to take each one of the top 2 corners of this shape and extend it back each by 13 with the pillar quartz. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we can go down from those 13 blocks each by 4. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And of course, we want to connect those down to the ground with polished andesite. And we want the same on this side. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we want to connect down to the ground with the polished andesite. Plus, you can also connect those 13th blocks together. So, just coming across the back, we just want to connect those 13th blocks together a little bit like that. And that's perfect. That's exactly what we want to have. Well, once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. So, coming to the back left-hand side of your bank, you want to take this bottom left hand corner block of your pillar block and you want to go right of it with this sequence of blocks. So you want to do 2 blocks of quartz coming forward, then 1 pillar, then 3 quartz, 1, 2, 3, 1 pillar, 2 quartz, 1 pillar, then connect that pillar block all the way up to the top of your bank. And as a matter of fact, it's not just that pillar block that you can connect to the top of the bank, you can actually connect each one of those to the top. What you can then do is inside of the spaces on top of each one of those quartz blocks, stack 2 rows of black glass. So stack 2 rows of black glass on top of that. Then do a layer of block of quartz on top of the glass. So you'll end up with something that should look like this. Not only do you want to do this on this side, you may as well, since we're doing it, do it on the opposite side as well. So what we have to do here, starting from the same block on the back as we did on the opposite side, we want to do 2 block of quartz, 1 pillar, 3 quartz, 1 pillar, 1 quartz, 1 pillar, then 2 quartz, 1 pillar. It's the same as the opposite side. I'm sure that you guys can see the pattern. Then you want to connect each one of the pillar quartz all the way up to the top. Then stack the 2 layers of black stained glass on top of the quartz, and then you want to stack quartz on top of the black stained glass. So you want to have something which should look a little bit like this. What you can then do, and this is just more for easiness sake than anything else, do a layer of polished andesite all the way underneath what you've just made. So just do a layer of polished andesite underneath what you've just made, and then you can kind of just like connect the andesite together at the front, and you can also connect connect it together at the back as well. We don't want to fill in this andesite, we just want to have like the foundation there built. Well, once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. So we're on the front of the bank, and you want to, starting going right of this bottom pillar quartz block, we want to do 2 quartz, followed by 1 pillar quartz, then 1 regular quartz. We then want to do 1 black glass, then we want to do a pillar quartz, miss a block, place a pillar quartz, do a black stained glass, then do a quartz, a pillar quartz, and then 2 regular quartz. So you want to have this pattern coming across the front of your bank. Quite easy, really. So what you then want to do is this. At the top of the bank, we don't have it yet, but what you can do is you can connect the top front of the bank together with a row of pillar quartz just at the top, like this. So it's in the same line as is all of the other top rows of the bank, just connect it together. Once you've done that, you can then connect the outer pillar quartzes all the way up to the top part of the bank, but not the inner pillar quartzes, not these two. You want to take these two, you want to add 2 quartz on top of them, so this is pillar quartz 1, 2, 1, 2, and then connect them together at the top to form an entranceway. You then want to do a layer of black stained glass going all the way around the entrance like this, and what you can then do is you can then just fill in the rest of the front of the bank with your quartz block. So just fill in the rest of the front of the bank with your quartz block, and this will form the front of it. Looking quite nice, looking quite easy so far. Well, once you've got the front of the bank taken care of, we just have the back of the bank to do, and that's easy as well. So let's come to the back of the bank now, and starting from the back bottom left hand side, so this bottom pillar quartz, we want to go right at this by 2 of the block of quartz, 1 pillar, then 3 quartz, 1 pillar, then 3 quartz, 1 pillar, 2 quartz. Connect the pillars all the way up to the top of the build, and then fill in the area with quartz inside of this back wall of the bank. Nice and easy, nothing too complicated about that whatsoever. I'm sure that you guys will manage that. So that's what you want to have. Very, very simple. Well, once you've got that taken care of, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you want to do next. So this is where the explanation bit is a little bit tricky, but this is what you want to do. 1 row above the bank, and inwards in relation to the bank, you want to have a row of block of quartz that goes all the way around the bank. So this includes the little overhang that you have at the front, this includes coming all the way to the back of the bank. You want to have 1 solid shape of quartz, and it looks very, very much like a square sitting right on top of the bank. That's right, nice and easy, isn't it, guys? Well, that's what you want to have. Very, very simple. Well, once you've done that, you then want to, above that square that you've made, 1 row above and 1 row outwards in relation to that, you want to have another row of quartz, and this goes once again all the way around, 1 row higher, 1 row outwards in relation to the previous layer of quartz, and this is going to form most of the roof of the bank, or at least it's going to perform the platform that we'll be able to build the roof of the bank off of. So it'll want to look a little something like this. Quite simple, really. Well, once you've got that taken care of, we now want to, let's start on the front first of all. So on the front here, we want to, starting from the front top left hand side, we want to have a quartz stairs on the side like this. Then coming up diagonally, we want to have 3 more quartz stairs. So it'll look like 1, and then you want to build the other stair, we're going to have to place an upside down stair like facing that way, and then that'll be 2. And then this will be an upside down stair, and then we want to have 3 like that. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? So we want to have that collection of stairs on the left. But we also want that collection of stairs on the right hand side as well. So coming to the right, we'll have a sideways facing stair here. Then we want to have 3 diagonals, so that'll be 1, and then we have to place our sideways stair like this. And then 2, sideways stair, then 3. Perfect. Connect that 3rd stair together with the other stair on the opposite side with a layer of quartz slabs at the top, like this. You then want to add an additional layer of quartz slabs directly on top of what you've just made, and this will just steeple the roof a little bit to make it look a little bit more interesting. That's nice, I like that. Well, what you also want to do is you want to you know what you can do? Destroy the very end quartz slabs that you placed underneath, and then you can place upside down quartz stairs. That's how you actually want to do it. I was just wondering how I achieved that effect, and there you go. You get a much nicer looking effect, and that looks quite good, doesn't it? What you then want to do is you want to take out your pillar quartz block, and we want to have pillar quartz visible from the outside of the bank. So we want to have pillar quartz visible from the outside of the bank, and it just wants to look from the outside, and you don't want to cover any of the roof here. It wants to look a little something like that. So it's just a bit of a different texture, and it looks quite nice in my opinion. I like it. Well, once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. So we want to come all the way here. Can you see this bottom center pillar quartz that we place? So inside of this, like, what's that, a rhombus or something? I don't know what shape this is, but we want to, on top of this center bottom quartz block, we want to place a gold. Then we want to place a gold coming out in front of it. Go up on top of that gold by 1, go left, and then right of that gold. Go up by 2 on top of the right block. Go left by 2. Then up 2, right 2, place a gold on top of the top center block to give you this shape. We then want to, where possible, place gold behind each one of those blocks. So place gold behind each one of those blocks, and you may even have to destroy certain blocks to place the gold. So wherever you have to, just replace the blocks that you have to destroy, but we do want to have like 2 layers of the dollar sign, and that's what that is. If you don't want to use a dollar sign, you can actually make like a little diamond or something else. I just think that the gold dollar sign, it's just pretty synonymous with a bank. I think anyone would be able to recognize it. That's why I used it instead of like a pound sign or anything like that. So once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. We now want to do the rest of the roof. So to do this, we're just going to extend each one of those quartz blocks coming back towards the back of the roof. So we're going to take the quartz stairs first of all, and we're going to extend the quartz stairs going back towards the back of the roof. We'll take the outer ones first, and then we'll start doing the details. You guys can see what I'm doing here. The last thing we'll do is we'll add the proper roof on the top part of the roof. The last thing we'll do is we'll add the slabs. So we're just going to drag the roof back. We'll do the details. Then we'll make sure that the roof's all done and dusted. We'll then make sure that the outside of the bank is looking quite nice, so we'll add all of the remaining andesite, and we'll connect each one of the front pillars down to the ground. So what we want to have so far should look a little bit like this. This is at the back. We've extended each one of the stairs. Well, underneath each one of those overhanging stairs, we want to have, well, they're not overhanging, each one of those back stairs, we want to add upside down stairs like this. We then want to connect the stairs together, top block to top block, with slabs, and then add a layer of slabs on top of the stairs and those slabs like this. We then want to give the illusion that we have the pillar quartz block sat behind it, and it's not an illusion really, but we want to give the effect that we have the pillar quartz block sat right behind it, and it looks quite nice, it looks quite cool. So we just want to have something which should look a little bit like this, and it's easier on the back once you've actually got the foundations in there, and you'll just want to have an effect that should look like this. That's looking pretty good. What we can then do, since we don't have anything else fancy on the back, we can just add our layers of quartz slabs. So whichever the way's fastest for you, it's up to you. You know what, I have a feeling that this might be fastest if we drag that all the way back there and then we go lines left to right. I think that that'll actually be a little bit easier than what we were just doing there, and it'll look pretty good. And once we've got the little roof here taken care of, we will focus on the other parts of this, and it will make the bank look nice. We're going to have the interior and exterior tutorial mixed in with the building tutorial because there's not too much to show you. So you want to have a roof which should look like that, and you know how the back of the roof looks like. It's the same thing. So what we now want to do, once you've got the roof taken care of, is we want to connect the polished andesite that we have on the sides and the front, and we want to connect it together in a U shape like this, and that's perfect. You want to connect it together in a U shape. You can then fill in the front center part of this with andesite. So fill the front center part of this in with andesite. Connect the pillar quartz blocks down to the ground where possible. So connect these 2 pillar quartz blocks down to the ground, and you may also want to You may also want to reposition them so they are facing upwards rather than sideways. I like that a little bit better. That's looking pretty good. You also want to add grab yourselves some stonebrick stairs, and you want to add an additional layer of polished andesite going all the way around the bank, but in front of the 3 middle blocks of the bank, you want to have stonebrick stairs. I'll show you those again a little later on, but it should be quite obvious where you have to place those, and I'm just placing the layer of andesite that goes around this. Obviously, the bank's a little bit raised, so you can have any block around this that you want, or you could have this bank like surrounded by stone bricks, so you could have any material, but you can see that's how you want the bank to be. That's what you're working with. So once you've got that taken care of, we now want to take out our glowstone, and we're going to have a layer of glowstone just here. We're going to have 2 rows of glowstone sat underneath the roof here. So it's just going to look a little bit like this. And this is just the overhang. You won't see this very much, and you can limit that to just 1 row of glowstone, but it lights up the front of the bank a bit. I think it makes it look a little bit better. What else can we do whilst we're here? So, what else we want to do is we want to come all the way inside the bank here, and we want to have a row. We want to have 4 rows of andesite coming in from the back. So we want to have 1 row of andesite here, then we want to have 2 rows of andesite, this is in the floor, 3 rows of andesite, and then we want to have 4 rows of andesite coming from the back here. We then want to add a layer of andesite going all the way around the base of the inside of the bank, like this. We can then fill the rest of this area in with red wool. So where we have red wool, that's mainly where the customers of the bank are going to be. That's mainly where the customers of the bank are going to be. Where we have the andesite is where all of the tellers are going to be, and there's only 1 teller actually, to be completely honest with you. Well, once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. So I think it's time to light up the bank again, and we're going to need glowstone, we'll need quartz, we'll also need some pillar quartz, and I don't think we need anything else. So starting from the top back part of the bank here, where we have this empty space, where we have this like first layer of quartz above the bank, we want to, moving inwards, we want to leave a gap, place a glowstone, leave a gap, glowstone, leave a gap, glowstone, leave a gap, glowstone, leave a gap, glowstone, like that. We then want to do pillar quartz, connecting the front of the bank all the way to the back of the bank, like this. We just want to have this little connection here. So this is how we're doing the lighting for the roof. It's going to leave the bank looking very, very bright, and if it's not satisfactory for you, we'll also add some torches as well, just to make this place a little bit lighter. You don't have to use glowstone, but I like glowstone. Sea lanterns will also work just as well, and perhaps give you a little bit of a classier look. For those of you that don't like the glowstone, sea lanterns it's a bit of a classier alternative, you might say. And we want to also connect the pillar quartz together at the front, and that just leaves it even with like the back. So then we can just fill in these individual ridges here with glowstone, and this should, I think this lights up the bank just enough, but if necessary we can light it up even more. I mean, we can do whatever we want, but I think it's nice and bright in here. We can add some more. So what else are we going to need? We're going to need some oak wood, we'll need some spruce wood, we'll need some stone slabs, we'll also need some polished andesite, and we'll also need some cyan stained clay. We'll need more stuff as well. So starting from we'll say the left hand side here, can you see at the back, in between the back window and the middle window, we want to take this bottom pillar quartz and we want to go right of it with our polished andesite by 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Connect that all the way up to the ceiling. Go left, like this, and then connect down. Fill in the center of this with your cyan stained clay. We then, going right of this row of andesite, we want to have a row of spruce planks. We then want to go right of this top spruce wood plank by 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then connect it all the way down to the ground. Go left of that block by 1 of the oak planks, then do 2 stone slabs on top of each other. Then do another oak plank. We're going to need some glass, so grab yourself some white stained glass block and do a layer of white stained glass block that is all the way around the inside, and then fill the top center block in with glass. So you want to have this sort of shape. What we can then do is we can add 3 oak wood planks going right of these top right hand spruce wood plank blocks. So that's 1, 2, and 3 coming down from the top, like so. What we now want to do is we want to, in front of, this is supposed to be like a vault or a solid wall, we want to take this bottom third, coming in from the left third, andesite block, and we want to place a andesite in front of it. Missed one, place another andesite, like that. Get rid of all your materials. Grab some... block of coal works. Grab block of coal, grab stone bricks, grab item frames. Grab some bars of gold, or gold ingots, however you want to say it. Grab yourself some dark oak fence. We'll also need a lever, however you want to pronounce it. We'll also need a door of some description, preferably iron. And then we will also need, we'll need it a little bit later, brown stained clay, and we'll need some trapdoors. Let's talk about these 2 andensites. On top of these andensites, we want to stack a block of coal, a stone brick stair. We want to place item frames in front of the coal, ingots inside the item frames, and we also want to place upside down stone brick stairs coming out in front of those. Alternatively, I've just realized I used stone brick slabs instead, just to give a little bit of variance like this. Looks a little bit better, but not by much. You can use either. Once you've got those are supposed to be cash machines, by the way. Once you've got those done, we then want to, coming out of each one of these oak wood planks, where we have like the little window where you collect your money, you want to have 3 dark oak wood fence coming out. We want to have an iron door covering up this gap, and we want to have a lever on the inside, on the outside and the inside, so you can open and close that door. We want to have 2 potted plants. These are at the front and they are next to the windows. We have a brown stained clay with trapdoors placed all around them, and then once we grab some new materials, we'll place some leaves on top of them. But these are supposed to be potted plants, and I quite like them. Coming to the inside, the back part of the bank here, we have to wall this area off. So to wall this area off, we're going to have some polished andesite. We'll have yet another door, and we'll have like a lever and a button. We'll wall it off, so where we have this andesite, we just want to have enough room here to have a door. So we'll have a door there, and we'll have either a lever or a button, whichever you want. Back here, we're also going to have some chests. So we'll have 2 chests here. They're in line with the oak wood planks, but placed on the back wall. Let's open this door, and back here, we're going to want to, first of all, cover up this window, because it makes no sense to have a window into the vault. And then we're just going to have chests here and here. And we just have a load of chests. Obviously you can fill those with diamonds or whatever. And that's pretty much the back part of this. It's quite easy, isn't it? That's the back part of the bank. Nice and complete. Last thing we have to do is we want to grab jungle leaves, and we want to place 2 jungle leaves or your leaf of choice on top of the potted plants. That's the interior of the bank. Looks quite nice. You can walk in, collect your money from the ATMs, the cash machines, or you can walk in and you can collect your money from the teller behind there. It's nice and safe, nice and secure, nice and small, and there is absolutely no waste to this thing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the bank. You can light it up, you can light it up less, you can add whatever you like, but I quite like it as it is. I wouldn't make any changes to this thing. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can do what you want, and as a matter of fact, I wouldn't make it smaller. I think it's as small as it can possibly get. But this is the bank. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give this video a like, give it a favorite, give it a share. You've been asking for this for quite some time. Comment down below what else do you want me to make. Very interested. I think that the next big project I'm going to do is either a post office, and I'll include like a couple of other random builds along with that, or I think that I might also do a train station. I don't know about the airport just yet. The airport's going to be such a big project. Unless I do a small airport, we'll have to see. But let me know down in the comments what do you want me to make. Check out the card system, check out the description below for all of my other various real world building playlists and builds and all of that fun stuff. I'll leave you links to them, you'll see what I'm talking about. Subscribe for loads of other builds exactly like this one, and a load of other different things. I'm not going to tell you that we do loads of stuff around here. I'm just going to kind of like plop the camera in this position, and I'm just gonna leave it like this. Follow me on Twitter, please, if you wouldn't mind. It will keep you up to date with the videos, and I also release little sneak peeks, and it's just an easier way to talk to you guys. I like talking to you guys on Twitter. I respond to just about everybody that tweets at me, messages me. I love it. Thank you very much for watching. Check out the card system, check out the description below, check out the comment section, let me know what you want me to make, tweet me, at TSMC 360. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.